Thank you for coming to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, keep liking and continue to share. Abuja beggars, others slam 500 million naira suit against Wike over alleged arbitrary arrest. A group of vulnerable residents in the Federal Capital Territory FCT, including scavengers, beggars, and petty traders, have filed a lawsuit against Minister of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) Nyesom Wike, seeking 500 million in damages for alleged violations of their fundamental rights. According to reports from PM News Nigeria, the suit marked FCH/ABJ/CS/1749/3024 was filed by the legal practitioner Abba Hikima before Justice James Omotosho at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Hikima, who represents the vulnerable citizens, argued that the lawsuit is in the public interest, aimed at protecting vulnerable Nigerians. Named as respondents in the case are Wike, first respondent, the Inspector General of Police, second respondent, the Director General of the State Security Services, third respondent, and the Nigeria Security and Civil Defence Corps, fourth respondent. Additional, the Attorney General of the Federation and the Federal Government of Nigeria have been joined as the fifth and sixth respondents. The application is requesting an order for 500 million naira in general and exemplary damages due to the alleged breach of their affected citizens' fundamental human rights. Ikimi seeks a declaration that the arbitrary arrest, detention without charges, harassment and extortion of homeless persons, scavengers, beggars, and other vulnerable Nigerians violate their constitutional rights as guaranteed under Section 34, 35, 41, and 42 of the Nigeria's 1999 Constitution as amended. Further, the suit called for a declaration that the treatment of vulnerable individuals, including verbal harassment, physical threats, extortion, and detention without charge, amounts to an inhumane and degrading treatment, which violates Section 34 of the Constitution. The lawsuit also asserts that Nigerians, irrespective of their economic status or appearance, have the right to move freely within the FCT, including sleeping on public roads, as guaranteed by Section 35, 41, and 42 of the Constitution. Ikima is also requesting an order for the respondent to issue a public apology to the affected individuals and to Nigerian citizens at large for the unconstitutional treatment they allegedly suffered under Wike's directive issued on October 22, 2024. Moreover, he seeks an order mandating the respondents to implement policies and reforms, including public education, to ensure the realization of the fundamental rights of the vulnerable Nigerians. In his affidavit, Ikima recounted an incident on November 12, 2024, when he witnessed security personnel, including the military and police, arresting individuals they identify as homeless, scavengers, beggars, and petty traders. He alleged that the individuals were subjected to verbal abuse, physical threats, and forceful arrests in full view of passersby, creating a climate of fear. Ikima further reported that he followed the security convoy to Eagle Square, where the victims were released, and later gathered testimonies from three of the victims, Abdulateef Shehu, Hajiyat Alatu Danladi, and Judith Samuel, whose accounts he believes to be truthful. The lawyers claim that Wike's directive issued on October 22, 2024 led to the formation of a joint task force responsible for carrying out the arrests. Ikima asserts that homelessness, begging, and petty trading are not crimes in Nigeria, but instead are symptoms of the country's harsh economic policies. According to Ikima, the failure of the government to provide vulnerable Nigerians with adequate security and decent living conditions is the root cause of the victims' plight. The lawyer is calling on the court to grant the relief sought in the interest of justice, to safeguard the fundamental rights of Nigerian citizens and ensure accountability for the action of the respondent. When the case was called, Usman Chamo, who appeared for the applicant, informed the court that the matter was scheduled for hearing. He also noted that all respondents had been properly served. AP Korobo Tamono, representing the DSS, confirmed that a counter affidavit has been filed and served to the applicant's counsels. However, no legal representation was present for Wike, the Inspector General of Police, the Nscdc, the AGF, or the federal government. Justice Omotosho ordered that hearing notices be issued and served on the absent respondent and adjourned the case until February 4, 2025 for further proceedings. Wonderful. I think that is good in this country. Everybody has every right under the law to approach the court to seek redress if they feel that their fundamental human right has been breached. Whoever infringe on it, of course, should be able to also explain himself the reason behind his or her action before the court of law. That is very, very important. And I appreciate the fact that if a Nigerian can stand up who happen to be a learned fellow, a lawyer, to speak for these people, yes. And let's hear what the reasons the government has behind creating a joint task force to begin to arrest and harass and intimidate and abuse physically this set of people, which, like their counsel said, are in their different situation because, of course, physically, economic decisions and hardship posed by the economy of the country. Their situations, some of them are not man-made. They are not the one that caused it by this. They are not self-inflicted. Beg your pardon, that's what I want to say. But it is a man-made, made by some policies, decisions, and indecisions made by some people that are the aims of affairs. Of course, Nigeria should expect this, that as soon as some decisions are being made by the government, the implication will surely follow, whether on a short term or a long term, as they also know that what they are making as decision is going to have effect, a short term effect, a long term effect, and the outcome too is going to be like that. So while trying to keep the state clean, do their job, men of the military or the police or law enforcement agencies should do it with civility. Number one, that's what they should also add human face in whatever they want to do, because I don't see what is the joy of an homeless man being arrested because of homelessness, because he's sleeping outside, because I know it's not his own will to be out, or for him to be a beggar. I don't see the joy that makes a man, able-bodied person, begging, or even the ones that are not able-bodied begging. So that is why whoever is in charge of task force or trying to bring in law and order to the public, they should do it with human face. Nobody is saying the government should not do his or her own job, but it should be done with human face. And as they is giving summons, we are expecting their representatives to be in court. The Nscdc, the Minister of the FCT, the Attorney General of the Federation, even the police, the IG, every one of them, let them come and give respect to the rule of law, and let's see the outcome. I know Nigeria will win, because we are all, both the defendant and the respondent, are all working towards one Nigeria, and Nigeria will be great for it. Thank